What is going on, guys and gals? Brooklyn bound the raid scientist here, and today we're going to cover how to do the fourth and final challenge in Root of Nightmares, All Hands. This challenge is done on the final encounter of the raid, Nezarec, and will rotate every 4 weeks. Remember, this challenge is required for the Dream Warrior title and seal. Now, I'm going to focus on how to do this on Master difficulty, but the overall challenge mechanics work for both the normal mode and Master difficulty as well. Recall that for Master, you are capped at 20 power under the enemies, and there will be 2 rotating elemental surges and 1 weapon surge. The elemental and weapon surges will give you a 25% boost to damage, so it's highly recommended you spec your loadouts around them. Finally, I'm going to assume you already know how to do the basic mechanics of the Nezarec fight, so if you need help understanding the base mechanics of the fight, check out my full guide linked down in the description. We're going to focus on the challenge only. Remember, on the Master difficulty of the Nezarec encounter, there are anti-barrier Colossus, so make sure most players on your team have a way to stun them. So, to complete the All Hands Triumph, all 6 players must activate 1 light node and 1 dark node before the damage phase starts, and the final nodes on light and dark have to be completed at the same time. Depending on the skill of your team, there are a handful of different strategies you can use to organize your group. How and when you swap your team is completely up to you. How my team did it was to split into 2 groups of 3, and number each person in each group 1, 2, and 3. That's the order that you're going to shoot the nodes on each side. 3 players will start on light side, and 3 players will start on dark side. We had player 3 in each of these groups use a precision weapon like a sniper or arbalist to take Nezarec's hatred and pop the shoulders to call the refuge buff, while players 1 and 2 on each side were getting their nodes. It's not a bad idea to have another player or 2 also to have a precision weapon to help with the shoulders and chest if needed. Once each team has completed their 3 nodes on each side, take a moment to clear out adds and champions and make your refuge to survive his attack. Now, if you want to speed run this and skip the refuge, go ahead. But on Master difficulty, the main challenge with going fast is that the adds start to pile up, as well as the champions, so I actually recommend slowing it down a little bit, getting the refuge and clearing adds. Remember that when you grab the refuge, you don't have to stand under it and get wrecked by Nezarec's slam attack. Just grab the refuge and leave to get away from him. Do not congregate under it. Otherwise, you're likely going to have some deaths. Just make sure that once he starts to glow white, you get back to refresh the timer. After the refuge, the teams of 3 switch sides. So the team that got nodes 1, 2, and 3 on light will now go over to dark and get nodes 4, 5, and 6, and vice versa. Call out your numbers as you shoot them so players on node 6 can get ready. Keep in mind, the final nodes on each side have to be activated at the same time. So it's best for runners getting the 6 nodes to communicate when they are getting their buff. Then run to the final node and count down 3, 2, 1 and shoot together. It's probably best that you don't grab your buff until both sides have shot node number 5. DPS will then happen as normal. You definitely want to try to 2-phase this boss, so pay attention to your elemental surges, match your DPS weapon and stack surges on your boots, and make sure you rally with a chest piece with extra heavy reserves. Use a divinity, tractor cannon, or hunter tethers for debuffs. While you certainly can 3-phase him, it's best to shorten this fight if possible because of all the mechanics and all the opportunities for deaths. Also, to make sure to use Void Resistance for Nezarec's attacks, as well as Max Resilience for damage resistance. This challenge is all about staying on top of the adds and basically avoiding the boss's Void attack and Slam attack at all times. If doing the refuge, you should have plenty of time to get your nodes while staying on top of the barrier champions and adds. You have to repeat this process of everyone shooting 1 light node and 1 dark node each between every single damage phase. So the more damage phases you need, the more you'll need to repeat this mechanic to not fail the challenge. And that's it. Thanks for watching, Guardians, and good luck in completing this challenge. Completing on Master difficulty will net you an adept raid weapon, and completing all of the challenges on Master are required for the Dream Warrior seal and title. Until next time.